we're looking at different things. You're hearing different things than I'm hearing because you're not listening for the same things. We just aren't. And that's okay. I have a lot more understanding about what you're looking for than most people have what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
No,
Because,
we recognize
yeah, so I think what we're all saying is we're going to sit and watch. We're going to wait and see because we can't do anything else except.
I'm not going to wait and see. I mean, this guy is
What do
told
you
us
want-
he's a
you don't-
retribution. He's
what
going
do
to
you
be a
want to do?
dictator.
The View's ratings are in freefall, and the drama among its hosts is reaching a boiling point. But today, things took an even wilder turn. Whoopi Goldberg just unleashed a rant that left her co-hosts stunned, and the internet buzzing. Could Whoopi actually be shifting her stance on Donald Trump? Is the show's iconic panel beginning to crack under the weight of political tension? And what does this all mean for the future of The View as its ratings continue to spiral? Stick around because today's episode isn't just about a fiery rant. It's about the unraveling of a television institution in real time. The tension was palpable from the start. The hosts opened with their typical post-election analysis, trying to pin down why Kamala Harris suffered such a crushing defeat. Sunny Hostin and Alyssa Farah Griffin were at odds from the get-go, with Sunny immediately steering the conversation toward race and gender dynamics, as expected. Meanwhile, Alyssa surprised everyone, again, by openly admitting, "I agree with 75% of Donald Trump's policies." Yes, someone on The View actually said that. And as you can imagine, chaos erupted almost instantly. But the moment that has everyone talking, Whoopi Goldberg's fiery response. She wasn't about to let Alyssa's comments go unchecked. Whoopi said, "We just need to wait and see. Because we can't do anything else, except I'm not going to wait and see." And then she delivered the line that left everyone stunned. "This guy has told us he's retribution." The energy in the room shifted. You could feel the divide among the panelists widening as Whoopi continued, dismissing Alyssa's optimism and painting Trump's presidency as the apocalypse waiting to happen. Sunny Hostin chimed in, quoting a statement from Black Voters Matter. "Black women are no longer willing to be martyrs for a nation that doesn't care about them."
She's a friend of mine, but Latasha Brown is also the co-founder of the national voting rights group Black Voters Matter. And Latasha said this weekend, America is going to have to save herself. She said, people can rely on Black women to lead change, but the next 4 years will look different. That's not a Herculean task, that's for us. We don't want that title. I have no goals to be a martyr for a nation that cares nothing about me. And I think a lot of Black women are feeling that way.
So I feel a bit different because God's honest truth, I kind of always thought Trump would win until maybe the final days just because it felt like Kamala Harris had this real momentum. But the signs were there. And I talked to, I have a very diverse friend group, family, like people who vote different ways. And I have felt like there was a yearning in this country that people wanted Donald Trump back. And the most common thing I heard this entire election cycle was, I don't like his personality, I don't like the way he talks, but my life was better when he was in office. And I'm in this position where I feel a bit unburdened by what has been. I'm gonna wait and see. He's not been sworn in yet. I'm somebody who probably agrees with 75% of his policies. If he focuses on creating jobs, on bringing down the cost of living, securing the border in a responsible way, and being tough on America's adversaries, I'm all for it. What doesn't mean we're not going to call balls and strikes when he does things that are beyond the pale or he uses words that are offensive to people, then be ready to call that out. But I just think I'm kind of shying away from this sort of apocalyptic, it's all, we need to be like losing sleep over it. The American system of government is strong, it's held. There are checks and balances, even if my party's in control of the House, the Senate, and the presidency. And I think we should I root for America, so I root for a smart, serious Donald Trump presidency, and I root for pushback when he doesn't do things that are smart.
I think all those things are great to dream about, and
Ana Navarro, meanwhile, doubled down on her usual narrative, calling Trump's potential presidency a disaster waiting to happen. But the real shocker? Alyssa stood firm, calmly explaining that America's system of government is strong enough to withstand even a Trump presidency. She added, "I root for America. I want a smart, serious Trump presidency, and I'll call him out when he crosses the line." For a moment, it seemed like Alyssa might actually bring some balance to the conversation. But then, as expected, Whoopi jumped back in, tearing down Alyssa's perspective with a dramatic rebuttal. The most surprising clash of the day wasn't between Alyssa and Whoopi. It was between Whoopi and Ana Navarro. Whoopi turned to Ana and said, "You lose credibility if you don't know what you're talking about and make accusations without evidence." Ana, visibly taken aback, tried to defend herself, but Whoopi wasn't having it. She questioned, "What's Trump going to do with all the immigrants when he talks about getting rid of them? What's the plan? What's the backgame here?" The exchange was heated, and it left viewers wondering if the tension between these two co-hosts might spell bigger problems for The View moving forward.
I mean, we could take bats for 4 years and work on red tonic, or we could just engage in the process.
As I've always said, you know, this process was handled without me. Yeah. Because the things I was looking for, you know, and I listened to people make fun of it, you know, it's not about race, it's not about misogyny. It is for me. It is for me. Because that's how you see me first. So that's how I have to respond to you. And I don't think this is what you're saying. I want to be really clear. Because you know how they like to always put us, oh, and she was mean to her.
Yes.
I understand all the things you want to see him be. I understand all the things that he promised he would be and he wasn't. And now that he has been given carte blanche, I'm not going to waste a lot of time on what he might do.
But at the
I'm gonna wait because I need to see what he will do so that I know what I'm going to do.
That's in many ways my point. But like, we can sit here and we could be apocalyptic about what he might do, but I also think there's a moment for self-reflection. I felt as unrepresented by Biden when I would talk about, I care about the border. Why did you wait till 3 years in to do it? I care about the cost of living.
But
why aren't you talking about it?
We've done all of that. And we're talking about how this respect comes to you, how it comes to me, how it comes to you. We're looking at different things. You're hearing different things than I'm hearing because you're not listening for the same things. We just aren't. And that's okay. I have a lot more understanding about what you're looking for than most people have what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
No,
because,
we recognize
yeah,
that.
So I think what we're all saying is we're going to sit and watch. We're going to wait and see because we can't do anything else except.
I'm not going to wait and see. I mean, this guy is
What do
told
you
us he's a
you don't-
retribution. He's
what
going
do
to be a
what do you-
dictator.
What are you doing? Like,
There's nothing to be done until you know what you're fighting. It's pissing in the wind doesn't help. You just get a wet face.
But I mean,
Everything like a five alarm
what I'm
fire
saying is
doesn't
I
help.
have no false expectations that at 78 he's going to all of a sudden
No
turn
one does.
into
No
a
one does.
benevolent human being.
Everything like
And
a
I'm not going
five-alarm
to spend.
fire makes people tune out.
I spent weeks telling people that he was apocalyptic. I'm not going to change.
All of this is happening as The View's ratings continue to nosedive. The show, once a staple of daytime TV, is losing viewers at an alarming rate. And episodes like this aren't helping. Fans are frustrated with the show's lack of productive dialogue and its tendency to devolve into a shouting match. Social media exploded after this episode aired, with one viewer tweeting, "Is Alyssa the only sane person on this show? Finally, someone willing to give Trump a chance without losing their mind." Another wrote, "Whoopi telling Ana not to make wild claims without evidence? Pot, meet kettle. This isn't just about The View's ratings. It's a reflection of the political divide in America. The hosts, with their clashing perspectives and inability to find common ground, represent the polarization we see every day in politics and media. On one side, you have Alyssa trying to bring balance and rationality to the table. On the other, you have Whoopi and Ana clinging to their negative narratives, refusing to entertain the possibility of a different perspective. The big question now is, what's next for The View? Can the show survive this level of internal conflict and declining ratings? Or will it continue to alienate its audience with one-sided discussions and over-the-top drama? And what about Whoopi Goldberg? Her fiery rant and clash with Ana Navarro have left fans divided. Some are applauding her for standing firm, while others see her as part of the problem. The internet is ablaze with reactions. Some fans are calling for a more balanced panel, while others are questioning if the show should even continue. One viewer summed it up perfectly, tweeting, "The View used to be about discussion and debate. Now it's just a shouting match. No wonder the ratings are tanking." Another added, "Whoopi versus Ana. This show is eating itself alive. At the end of the day, this episode of The View is a microcosm of the larger issues plaguing media and politics. The inability to have productive conversations and find common ground is driving viewers away, not just from The View, but from mainstream media as a whole. So, what do you think? Is Alyssa's approach a step in the right direction, or is The View doomed to remain an echo chamber? Let us know in the comments below.